Jean-Pierre Fux and Nick Walker, two big studs. Jean-Pierre, over 6 feet tall. That could make a difference in this comparison. We'll go through all of the poses in just a second. You guys wanted to see this one. You voted on it. You selected and voted on it, 43% of you. Would you like to see the other ones? Barry DeMay, Chris Bumstead, Steve Reeves, Mike O'Hearn. Wow. And Quint Beastwood. The difference from the New York to the Toronto. I would love to see those ones. Get this video up to 500 likes. We will do the other ones. But yes, big Jean-Pierre Fux. He was a late 90s type guy, early 2000s. Mass monster. He would dwarf the likes of Ronnie King Coleman. Even Dorian Yates, the guy was so huge. Over 6 feet tall. Nick Walker, I can hear you guys now. But Max Muscle, this is the New York Pro version. We want to see the Olympia version. See, I know you guys. I know you fellers. You don't like that New York Pro version. You think he was better at the Olympia. Well, I tend to agree to a point. Go through the shots here. Front double by. Pictures few and far between of Jean-Pierre Fux with the full body, things of that nature. This is a photo shoot. He's twisted, tilting. I don't know what you would call that. Look at the size of the big quad sweeps on Jean-Pierre Fux. I think Nick is outgunning him, though. In the arm department. Wouldn't you guys wager? Do you guys wager? Do you guys even do that? At home? Wager? Anyway, I wager to say that Nick probably would win the front double due to the arms. Wouldn't you guys suggest? Do you guys suggest? Do you guys even do that? Here's an on stage, in case anybody was wondering. I think it's just not the strongest pose for Jean-Pierre. Could be a little bit exposing to the midsection. Of course, Walker, he might have a wider waist, but his belly's just full of ripped abs, monsoon. He's definitely anything but a little too smooth. You guys remember that song? Little too smooth, monsoon, monsoon. Little too smooth, monsoon. Oh, yes. Now I see why I don't sing that anymore. Anyway. It's a tie. It's a tie. We'll give it to Nick. Go to the front lat spread. Yes, I'm taking this serious. But, guys, these are pictures from 96, 97. This one's from 97. Jean-Pierre, it's not going to be the same lighting. The angle's off. It's different decades. No, you can't take it too serious. But I think Nick would power out that front double, and I think Jean Bidon would power out the front lat spread. I think it's impossible for Nick to win on this shot. Monsoon. Is that too many monsoons? Well, you get an extra one for free. Do whatever you want with it. Just take it home. Turn to the side here. A little too much, maybe, to drink? Well, perhaps. Look at the length of Jean-Pierre's quad. It looked huge from the front. See, maybe he wasn't looking at the mirrors from the side. So he wasn't really working on that quad sweep from the side. That's just as important in bodybuilding, guys and gals. Use at home. So from the front, hotsy-totsy. From the side, hotsy-notsy in the lag. Never mind. Yes, upper body-wise, Jean-Pierre, he is a beast of a man. He's more than enough for Nick Walker to handle. But the balance of this one, I'd honestly go with Nick. See? I can be serious. For about 2 seconds, go to the side tricep, look at Jean-Pierre Fuchs's midsection and his belly button. It goes, brrr. It just looks like a big giant face going, brrr. Nick Walker, for those of you sitting on your choaches, your Chesterfields, eating your corn twists and your bugles. Nick Walker's got a big belly. Look at this. Look at his midsection. Compared to a 90s guy. A guy that you guys are always saying, why don't they look more like the guys in the 90s? Where are you guys when comparisons like this are going down? That's what I ask. When I see little pictures here and there of a midsection of a guy from today, and Sean Ray's belly, his little slip of a midsection. Where's this comparison? That's what I ask of you. So Nick Walker, if you're sitting at home, which probably you're not, because he's too busy training, well, he probably indulges in the odd little Mark's Max Muscle video. On mute, of course. But I'm sure he would agree with this. He's beating Jean-Pierre in the side. That's for sure. But what about the back? Look at Jean-Pierre's traps. Look at this guy's width. It's huge. Now, just for a second, excuse the big width of the arms. Very long arms. That lends some credibility to what I used to say. The longer arm guys are great at the front lat spread because they expose the lats more. But here in the rear lat, just to eliminate the arms out of the situation, Nick Walker's back, I think, is just as big. Isn't it? Could be. Well, I think he's out of doors. Jean-Pierre, get out of doors. Here's on stage for Jean-Pierre. I don't know. Look at the thick lat insertions, man. Of course, he is bent over. He's bent over a little too far, like a dog. Like a dog humping a football. But anyway. Yes, condition-wise, Jean-Pierre was no softy. I mean, I don't know if he was as peeled as they are today, like a Nick Walker. I don't think they're as peeled as Nick Walker today. Not all of them, but Nick is. Nick is as peeled as Nick Walker. That makes sense. Shredded to the diced. Jean-Pierre, I'm telling you right now, he's giving him a run for his money in the back. And ultimately, the lat insertions, things of that nature, yeah, sure, he's winning the picture comparison. Sure, they're great. Here is the rear double, and this is great too. Show him you're a tiger. Show him what you can do. This is an Iroquois twist for Jean-Pierre. His lats, I'm here to tell you, they were some of the finest. Back in the day, 97. I think, judging by the background, I think it's 97. But again, ultimately, eliminate the arms, things of that nature. Nick's back is huge. He is a very hard, crisp, and grainy bodybuilder individual as well. Now, just for 1 second here, let's have a look at the 96 for Jean-Pierre. Was this his best version? I think 96 might have been Jean-Pierre's best. He is separated back there in them hamstrings, things of that nature. But it's not as dry, I don't think. It looks like one more week of drying out, and I think he could be right there with Nick Walker. But I think for the time, this is pretty peeled, so to speak. So take it for what it is, guys. Picture comparisons are what they are. Here's the abs and thigh. We still have 2 poses to go, I guess. Nick, he boasts a much larger midsection, I think, than Jean-Pierre. I don't know if you'd boast about it, but Jean-Pierre, in certain shots from the front, he exposed, or he delivered, I should say, a very wide set of quads. But there's certain shots like this one that are exposing to the actual length. I mean, you hit the wrong pose at the wrong angle, you end up looking like a big spider. Here's the most muscular. A shot which I would give to Pierre Fux due to the size, the sheer volume of this dude. Not volume, size. Mass? It's like a big blanket. He occupies a lot of space. But Nick Walker, I think, would ultimately win the comparison because of overall condition. Let's face it, Jean-Pierre, he was placing not that high back in the day. And there was different judging. There was a lot of variables. You had classic physique guys like Sean Ray and even Flex Wheeler, if he had been did the classic thing. He could have been great classic physique. So he had all these different ingredients in the mix. So pushed Jean-Pierre Fux down. Nick Walker would probably beat him, guys. Hit thumbs up on the video. This is your fan request Friday. A little bit late, monsoon. But hit thumbs up on the video anyway, because we would love to see those other ones. I know I would. Bumstead, Barry DeMay. Come on. Love and appreciate you guys. Have a nice one.